Thank you. This is Stan once again for What It Takes. Simply trying to, from time to time, ask some questions, maybe even answer some questions, and some reflections that will help us figure out as we go through these rather challenging and chaotic times that we live in, can we discover what it takes and then design a way to live that will hopefully get us to the destiny that we seek. Okay? Discover, design, deliver, destiny. Now, I just asked you a question, and your response to the question is also a very good marketing lesson. Now, we're always trying to learn lessons about sales and marketing. And years ago, when I wrote my first book on marketing, I defined marketing in a number of ways, but this was one of them. Marketing is a way of helping the knows to know and say so faster. Now, can I try that again? Let's say you're a person that what you're quickly going to discover is that you're not interested. You don't want that, you have no desire for it, and even though you may not have any problem with the product, it's just not for you. Perfectly honest, legitimate question, and what a lot of sales and marketing people forget is those people matter. I remember this one guy said, everybody needs my product, and that's why I have to sell it hard. No! Everybody doesn't need your product. Everybody doesn't want your product. Your product is not that great, and you aren't that great. However, it might be something that is useful to people, and it probably is not useful to many people. And so a good marketer is smart that they try and help that the people who are not interested to know so and say so faster, and then you can spend your time helping and guiding, encouraging, and closing those people who perhaps are really involved and interested. It's just a way to understand. So when I ask that question, some of you are going to say, would I like to be a teacher, a coach, a guide, a mentor to students and people all over the world? Some of you would say, no, that's not interested. Couldn't care less. Now you know, this isn't for you. It may be for somebody else, but it's not for you. That's just not something you're thinking about, have ever thought about, and perhaps you don't even want to think about it. Good. Have a great rest of the day. And now I've saved you some time. But perhaps you do. And that's what I'm simply saying is, you know what? I'm going to challenge people that, as I've said before, that we are all called in some way, particularly as we get older and hopefully a little bit wiser, a little bit more thoughtful, we are all called to teach. Civilization, commerce and business, all of the good things that we have are traditions and values and truths that have been passed on. We found things that worked and we found things that didn't work. And people learn by being taught, or they learn by tough experience. One or the other, we're either taught and we get it, or we get a tough experience, and then it gets us. So that's what I want you to do. See, I'm absolutely convinced that part of what I want to do at this stage in my life, after a lifetime of teaching and coaching and broadcasting, and I really want to do that. I want to be a teacher, a guide, and a mentor to people all around the world. And I've discovered how I might be able to do that. And so I'm just simply asking you, would you like to be a teacher, a guide, a mentor to students and friends all over the world? Perhaps you just simply want to increase your influence for good. Maybe you simply want to have some impact for good. Maybe it would also be nice to have some income. And income is not just money. Income are those good things that can come to you. They come to you that may or may not be money. Would you like to have influence, impact, and good incomes? That's a question I'm simply asking. I want you to think about it this weekend. I want you to perhaps pray about it if you do those kinds of things. I want you to ask others. You say, would I be a good teacher? Have you ever had people encourage you in that way? That's all I'm asking, is that you take this time to think about, do I want to be a teacher, a guide, a mentor, a coach, an encourager to family, friends, students all around the world? Well, if perhaps the answer is maybe or yes, I hope you'll stay tuned, because one of the things we're going to be teaching you and helping you to do is just exactly that. We can make it possible for you to be that teacher, guide, coach, and mentor to people all over the world. So, as I oftentimes say, and many of you are familiar with it, by the way, it actually comes from the late night radio shows that I used to do late at night after music and musings, and after a certain comment, I would just simply pause and say, just let that sit on your head for a while. Now, you know, perhaps for you, that might be what it takes to live a full and complete life, a life that flourishes, and one that, if you're like a lot of us in the later stages, would be perhaps a way to truly end well. Again, all the best and blessings to you. You know how to reach me, stan@stanhusted.com, stan@stanhusted.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.